Hey guys, welcome to my channel where I help you discover your dreams and reach them through discipline, decision, and drive. My name is J.R. Cook. Today we're going to talk about how to get some excellent habits going on in your life. Alright? Now, why are we talking about good habits? Well, we are exactly where we are in our lives right now because of our habits, our day-to-day disciplined activities that we do, or lack of disciplined activities that we do, have taken us where we are. You know, everything that we are successful with right now is because of our good habits, and everything that we're failing in right now is because of our bad habits. All right? And so, if you're watching this video, you probably have already realized this, at least partially. Okay? And so, how do we develop good habits into our life? How do we get rid of these bad habits that we've been doing forever? And how do we replace them with something much more beneficial? Well, the first thing that we need to do is really visualize what it is that we want. Okay, whatever area it is that you are thinking of off the top of your head, it might be in your body, it might be in your relationships, it might be in your financial situation, it might be in your spirituality, it might be, you know, I just want more energy level, it might be I want more money, it might be I want more meaning in my life, it might be I don't want to feel lonely. You know, whatever it is for you, think in the positive. Like, what is it that you want? Okay? Instead of not feeling lonely, think about, okay, what does that mean? What would it look like to not be lonely? Well, maybe you need someone in your life. Maybe you need some friends. I don't know what it is. What is it for you? You might be saying, I don't want to be broke anymore. Well, what does not broke mean to you? How much money do you want? How successful do you want to be? How much meaning in your life do you want to be? And what does that look like? What does that look like? What do you want to do? How do you want to make your money? What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? If you just could magic wand your life right now and turn all of your dreams into reality, would you even know what those dreams are? Think about it for a minute. Think about what you want, because it's hard to develop good habits without knowing first what it is that we're after to do these habits for. Like why? Why am I waking up at 5 a.m. right now? Why am I working so hard? And it's so easy to procrastinate when we don't have a clear image of what it is that we really want. Okay? So that's the first thing. So you're like, well, I want to transform my body. Okay, well, what do you want your body to look like? Well, I want a six-pack. Okay, well, cool. How much do you want to weigh? You know, start thinking of some things. That way you can have a mental image in your mind. So when you wake up in the morning and maybe you're reading like a good vision or a mission statement in the morning, you know, you've got yourself a few sentences to remind yourself what's important to you, because the mind likes to drift, the mind likes to procrastinate. We have all of these bad habits from our past that are going to try and pull us back in that negative direction, and we cannot allow that to happen. So we have to direct our focus toward a positive direction, toward what it is that we want. And in order for us to do that, we have to know what we want, okay? And so think of the area of your life that is most important to you, or you can do it in all areas of your life, but get yourself a clear image of that. Write it down on paper. You can write it with your hand, you can type it, you can speak it into your phone, however it makes the most sense for you to get it out of your mind. You can create a vision board if you want to. If you're artistically inclined, you can draw an image that represents it. Whatever it is for you, okay? Every one of our paths to success is as unique as the individual, okay? Every path to success is as unique as the individual. So remember that. This is your special journey. This is unique. Nobody has traveled the road that you're on right now. No one has lived your life but you. No one can make as an amazing of a comeback or story as you can right now. Okay? And so ultimately it's up to you, and it starts with knowing what you want. All right? So that's the first step to breaking bad habits, getting new habits. It's just the first step. Okay? It's the first step to life change. Now, the second thing we want to talk about is, what would I have to do on a routine basis to get this? So you look at this vision that you just created in your health, in your finances, in your business, in your relationships, whatever it is. You know, it might be a relationship with your kids. You're like, man, I wish that we talked. I wish that I could make them laugh. What would you have to do in order for that to happen? Maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know where to start. I mean, you can search for best ways to reconnect with your kids. That'd be a great start. If you want to make more money, you could search, how do I make more money? That would be a good start. I don't know what it is for you. What is it that you want in your life? What is it that you want? And begin to educate yourself on the best methods possible for getting there. Okay? And but don't research too long. Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis. Just at least get an idea of how you can start. You don't need to become an expert on it. You do not need to go to college about it. You do not need to buy a $7,000 course for it. You just need a first step. And you can probably just search YouTube and get something completely for free in a 5-minute video. Okay? So find out what kind of routine you would need to do that. What kind of habits would you need to do? Okay, so if it's building a relationship with someone that I care about, it might be I need to send them some text messages every few days. I need to talk to this person routinely. I need to call this person. I need to write a letter or an email. I need to, if it's a significant other, a spouse, you might need to take them out to date night. You might need to drop the kids off with someone to watch them. You might need to reconnect, rekindle that fire that's gone out forever ago. You might be acting different towards this person, and that might be why they're acting different towards you. Like, what happened to the fire, you might be asking yourself? Well, the fire went out because you stopped giving it kindling. You have to, I guess I said that word right, you have to keep feeding that fire in order for it to continue to burn. And that's true with everything, okay? So you wonder, like, man, what happened to my body? Well, you stopped feeding it the fuel that it needs. The fuel that it needs, the wood for that fire, is exercise and diet, all right? If your relationship's bad, well, you stopped feeding it the fuel that it needs. It needs excitement. It needs growth. It needs time spent, committed in listening conversation, not just not just hanging out with each other, but both of you are in their own heads. That's not fire for the fuel. You need to re-stoke that fuel and think of it in a way of, how was this relationship when we started? And begin to treat him like that right away. So if it's changing your body, well, how many times would you need to exercise that week? How many times? Now, that's, by coming at it from this angle, you're going to have so much positive momentum behind your thought patterns here that it's going to push you into action. It's going to give you drive, okay? And the last thing that I'm going to talk about are, what would you have to give up in order to achieve this result? Okay, now if you're going to work out 3 times a week, now where are you taking that time away? You might need to take away 3 hours of Netflix. You might need to take away 3 hours of sleep. You might need to take away 3 hours of Facebook scroll feeding. I don't know what it is, but you need to schedule a time to do this and realize what it is that you're taking away from. And when you get to that point, your body's going to want to revert back to the old habits. And so your alarm goes off, and it's like 30 minutes before you leave for the gym. You're like, 30 minutes to the gym. All right. I feel like not going to the gym right now and Facebook scroll feeding. You've already looked at this, though. You're like, all right, I know that. The reason why I want that is because that's what my habits are calling for right now. That's what my urge is calling for. But I'm stronger than my urge. I'm stronger than my urge. All right? And so I'm not going to fall into that victim pattern. I'm going to fall into the victor pattern. All right? Softness does not get a vote with me any longer. The weakness does not get a vote with me any longer. I am strong, I'm committed, and I have what it takes. Okay? That's it. That's how you get rid of old patterns. That's how you build new patterns of habits in your life. It starts with knowing what you want, getting it to the point where you can visualize the result that you're after. And then you ask yourself, what kind of habits would I need in order to get there? What kind of things would I need to do on a routine basis in order to get this vision? And then what would I have to take away in order to get this vision? And then visualize it. Think about it every morning. Get up a little earlier. Write down what it is that you want. Create a vision board. However it's going to work for you to visualize this, because everyone's different in our minds and how we think about things and how we visualize things. But whatever works best for you, make sure that you look at that every day. Get yourself excited about this stuff. And think about, what's the bad stuff that's going to happen to me if I don't change? If I don't stop smoking cigarettes? If I don't start exercising? If I don't start, ignoring my spouse? I mean, results going to happen. Diabetes, a heart attack's going to happen. Lung disease is going to happen. Bad things are going to happen if you don't start doing these positive habits in your life. And that's going to motivate you to follow through with your new habits. Okay? So if you haven't hit subscribe yet, hit subscribe now. Hit thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about this video below. What new habits do you want to install in your life? If I see enough of the same comments, I will go ahead and make a video on that subject and hopefully give you some guidance to help you discover your dreams and reach them. This has been J.R. Cook, and I'll see you next time.